Welcome to an episode of Inner Work Guides, Alchemical Gnosis, Yoga of the West. I'm your host, John H. Reed III. Let's get to it. I'm calling this new series Sustainable Transmutations because the changes wrought from Hermetic practice are indeed sustainable and don't dissipate over time. Now, you've heard me say this before, but it bears repeating. Inner work is about self-discovery, which is sometimes a daunting and unpleasant experience. Spiritual awakening is about coming out of the false beliefs of who you thought you were and coming into the conscious knowledge of who you actually are. It essentially comes down to the question of, if no books or teachers told you how to act, who would you be? People like to portray this work as the angels singing and the heavens parting, when, in fact, the more you perceive your own inherent luminance, the more you come into the knowledge of everything that we call the good and the bad, the comfortable aspects of ourselves and those portions which make us want to turn away from them, which, nonetheless, are just as valid and need to be given attention, or as much attention, as those we deem pretty and fluffy. The process and journey of inner work is simple and baffling. The travail comes because we must get through all of those layers of things that are not ours. You must see all the nasty, ugly stuff you have been carrying, which can be disheartening. Comfort is not the truth, but comfort is in the truth. We don't want more pretty lies or pretty illusions. We want the facts, the truth of ourselves. On the other side of ugly is a place of enormous power and peace. But we have to come to terms with all the dishonesty, betrayal, etc. that we've done. The stuff we don't want people to know about, let alone have broadcasted all over social media. It's all about finding out who you are, not the personality you had to put on. We all had to manufacture that personality when we were kids. Initially, we were natural. We squealed with joy when happy and cried when sad. But at some time when we expressed ourselves in such an uninhibited manner, at some point we ran into social disapproval, sometimes even punishment and cruelty. We learned that being ourselves can be perceived as dangerous to some, and we learned to shut it down. We substituted actual behaviors for false ones that we knew would win us approval and acceptance. We then did this for so long that we mistaked our manufactured behaviors as our true selves and forgot who we are. The whole point of the work is to discover who you are, the real being behind the mask of the persona you have worn to act and speak through. Here is the remarkable thing from the Hermetic point of view. Everything you have experienced, done, thought, succeeded and failed at was designed and put into place by what some call their higher genus, HG, or the God of their heart, GOTH. Even if you are in a job or relationship that sucks, every daily circumstance you encounter is designed to turn your mind eventually, and we're speaking about thousands or millions of incarnations, to the ultimate truth. We are here to learn and evolve from experience, which necessitates knowing what formerly was termed good and evil, and we can now term productive and non-productive behavior. I'm making these episodes succinct so that there's not an overgorge of information to try and digest, so that they're understandable. There will be 4 parts to this introduction, and then we're going to get into some really interesting material that combines some of the session work that I did with a former client, and the methodologies that I use and why I use them. So that's it for now, but the introduction is to be continued. Thank you for listening to this episode of Inner Work Guides, Alchemical Gnosis, Yoga of the West. Don't forget to subscribe. Contact me by writing to theinnerworkguide@gmail.com. Go to my website, innerwork.guide. Create an account to get on the mailing list. Read the blog and listen to the podcast. Click on the donate button to support my work.